What's up, everybody? Welcome to the next lesson in the Intro to Python course on the Python development community. This one, we're going to be going over Jupyter Notebooks, and I'm going to be showing you the basics on it, how to install it, and tell you guys about the project files for you to work along with during this course throughout the duration of it. I'm here on my Windows development environment because this is where my desktop is, so it's just easier for me. Everything from this point on should be pretty much the same between all three operating systems, Windows, Linux, and Mac. The only difference is on Windows, you type Python, and on Mac and Linux, you type Python 3. Same with pip, which is the installer to manage packages for Python. On Windows, you type pip. On Linux and Mac, I believe most of the time you type pip3. Which I guess also works on here, but yeah, so I'm going to get into it. So the first thing you're going to need to do is install Jupyter Notebooks. In order to install packages in Python, what you need to do, it's pretty simple. You just open the terminal again, command prompt, terminal, or whatever PowerShell works as well on Windows. Just anything where you can type Python into it and have it run. And then what you're going to do is type pip install Jupyter, just like that, Jupyter. And this is another development environment that's very prevalent in data science and machine learning. Then once you run this command, it'll start to install. If you have any issues with this, if pip isn't recognized, try pip3 like I showed you before. And if that doesn't work too, just send me a message on the community and I'll help you out. So I'll give this another second to install. There we go, and it should be installed fully. So then to start the development environment, all you do here in the terminal is you type Jupyter lab, or then hit enter. And a bunch of stuff will come up and it'll ask you where you want to open it. I'll just use Chrome for now. And it actually runs in your browser. So here you go, this is what you'll see. Let me actually go to the folder from earlier. You can also run Python files in here. So there's the example, and I guess I didn't save it. Here's the environment.py file. You can edit stuff in here as well. You can do a whole bunch of stuff here. But to create a notebook, which is where it is really powerful and how we're going to be using it, you just click up here, Python 3 under notebooks, and you'll see something like this. So hit Control S to save it, and then you can name it. I'm just going to name this one Notebook 1. Directory not found. I'm not sure why that happened, but it saved and is working. So basically the way Jupyter Notebook works is, so a regular file, it just has a bunch of lines and it's one thing. Jupyter Notebook has a bunch of different segments of cells and they each are their own kind of things. So you can type something in one cell. Let me just do x equals 5 plus 5 like before, which just sets the value of x to 5 plus 5 in this cell. And then in this next cell, I can print x. And you can use them across different cells. And it's really nice because you can do stuff like x minus 2. You don't have to print out certain things. Some things will just display down here. And you can modify these previous ones without changing the outputs of these and do all sorts of cool things. So that's kind of where the power of it comes in. When you're doing data science or machine learning, that's really useful because you can plot stuff and you don't have to recompile the entire file every single time you want to run something. So to run a cell, let me get rid of these. to run a cell, let's go back to the hello world. You just press here, the play button, it runs. Or alternatively, you can hit shift enter and it will also run. And you can write just multiple different lines and it'll just run whatever is in the cell, like I said before, each time. So there are actually two types of cells. There are code cells, there are markdown cells. There's also raw, but you're not really ever going to use those. Markdown cells are like comments, which we'll cover in the next episode in this course, where whatever you write in them isn't executed as code. It's just like reminders, like this is our example. You run it and it's just text there that just stays there. And you can use that for notes. You can use that for documenting things. Our example notebooks will look something like this. Fix the following code. And by the way, the text uses a syntax called Markdown, which you can go in depth about online. You can look up a simple example of it. I can cover that more in the future. If anyone's interested, I could do a whole rundown of that. But basically what the project files are going to look like is it will be something like this. Fix the following code or something. Something will be wrong with it. It won't be working. You'll see an error. You'll have to fix it. Or there will also be sections where it will be like, solve this puzzle, and then some puzzle here. My bad, typo. Some puzzle here, right? And then you'll have to do something that's following code just while you're walking around with it. Just while you're walking through with the videos. And yeah, so hopefully you're able to get Jupyter working. I'll show you guys more in detail. In the next one, I'll try to have a Jupyter notebook file for you guys to walk through while you watch the videos. And I'll show you guys more in depth how they're going to work. This one's just to introduce you to it, show you how to create notebooks, show you how to run notebooks. Again, you just go to the directory stuff the same way. If you're in the terminal in a certain directory and you run Jupyter Lab, it should open in that directory and let you use that one specifically. So wherever you put the course file, just run Jupyter Lab there, and then it should be there.